Kiddos, welcome to this week's assignment where we are looking at quadrilaterals and lines of symmetry. All right, our first page is looking at what we know about our shapes. Looking at this shape, it has 4 right angles and 4 equivalent sides. I know that because I have my right angles and I have my matching side hash marks. This, my loves, is a square. Next up, this guy is a rhombus because it has 4 equal sides, but it does not have 4 right angles. A way to remember a rhombus is it looks like a square that someone just gave a little shove to, knocked it over just a little bit, just enough to lose its right angles. Down here, we have a rectangle, and this is a rectangle because it has 4 right angles and opposite matching sides. Over here, we have a trapezoid. Trapezoid has our 1 pair of parallel sides. It is a quadrilateral, and our other pair are non-intersecting lines. Down here, we have a parallelogram. And a parallelogram means that it has 2 pairs of parallel sides, and it is a 4-sided shape. And then our last one, just flip-flopped this again, is a trapezoid, one of the harder ones to remember. So I wanted you to take a look at it in both ways. Any questions on this page, Nuggets? Bring it with you to class. All right, we're looking at 3 traits for each of the shapes below, helping us to truly understand what makes each shape what it is. So just some things that we could say about a rectangle. It has 4 angles. It also has 4 sides. Opposite sides are parallel. I'm going to use the shortcut for parallel. And it has 4 90-degree angles. Could use any of these. If you have another that's not here that you'd like to ask, bring it to class. A square, very similar to a rectangle, that it has 4 sides and it has 4 angles. Here's the difference: 4 equivalent sides. All 4 of those sides have to be the same. And then it also has 4 right angles. You could also say that it has 2 pairs, or all 4 sides are parallel as well. Coming down to a parallelogram, it has to have 4 angles, 4 sides, and 2 sets of parallel lines. It is a parallelogram. Talking about a trapezoid has 4 angles, 4 sides, and 1 set of parallel lines. Talking about a rhombus has 4 angles, 4 equal sides, like a square, and 2 sets of parallel lines. Remember, the difference between a rhombus and a square is a rhombus does not have 4 right angles. And then which one is the easiest for you to remember, or the hardest, and why? There are many, many answers for this, but just a little moment for you to check in and help yourself remember which one you need to focus on, because we all have different strengths and growths. All right, Nuggets, any questions? Bring them to class. All right, my little loves, we are looking at these to see if they are lines of symmetry. Remember, a line of symmetry means we can fold it along that line and both sides would match. They would be equal. So if we took our paper and it was this shape and we fold it in half, would it create 2 equal pieces? Yes. Would this one, if we folded it down the middle? Yes, both of them would be equal. Would this be equal? No, because if we think of how it's folded, these are not the same. If we folded along the lines, they would not match. If we folded here, would they be a match? Yes. If we folded here, would they be a match? Yes. If we folded here, would it be a match? No, because our other side, and this is a terrible drawing, oh my goodness, but you get the point. The other side would be the point of the arrow, so they would not be the same. Any questions on these? Bring them with you to class. All right, Nuggets, it is time to draw your own line of symmetry. So if I cut this in half in a way that it could be folded, where would that be for this one? Right down the middle. For this guy, we'd have to do it this way, going across, so that both sides would match. This one was a little tricky. We had to do it right down the middle of the handle so that the handles would match. Over here, making them symmetrical, right down the middle. Our bowl would be right down the middle. And then this guy, because of the arrow in the middle, would have to be right through. Any questions on these lines of symmetry? Again, a line that I could fold on that they would match. Bring them with you to class. All right, Nuggets, looking at page 4, I asked you to draw 2 lines of symmetry. So let's take a look at a couple. For this one, we could do right down this way. Whoa, let me make you bigger. And did I lose my ruler? I did. Where did it go? My ruler disappeared. There it is. Okay. Let's see if I can make that bigger. Perfect. And then right through the center that way. Both of those would be lines of symmetry. For this guy, because of the arrows, we only really have 2 options. We can do this way and fold it, or we can do it right down the middle that way. So our 2 lines of symmetry would look like this. Stars, we have quite a few options, but just 2 that I'm going to show you is we could cut it right down the middle, and we could also cut it right through the edge like that, but a few more that you could do. For this guy, right down the middle, or we could also do right up here. If you did it straight across, that would be fine as well. Again, these are not the only 2, just giving you 2 options to go off of. Down here, we could do right through this point or right up and down. They would be our lines of symmetry. And then our snowflake, we could do it right through here. You could do it straight up and down, or if you're looking for something a little bit different, we could do it that way. All right, Nuggets, any questions on these? Bring them with you to class. Have a good weekend.